Hey everyone, my name is Nora, and I'm one of the mental health specialists here at the Metro Y, and I want to welcome you back to our at-home SEL activity series. In the last video, we talked about what compliments are, why they matter, and how we can use them to spread kindness to others. If you missed that video, feel free to check it out. Today, we're going to explore something really important: what to do when we have a problem with someone we really care about. That's right, we're talking about conflict and how we can solve problems in a peaceful and respectful way. And of course, we'll make something really fun and helpful that you can use anytime you're feeling stuck or upset. So if you're ready, let's get started. So let's start by asking, what is a conflict? Conflict is a disagreement or problem between people. A conflict can happen when people want, need, or expect different things. Conflict is totally normal. Everybody goes through it, even adults. The most important thing is learning how to work through it kindly and calmly. That's part of something called relationship skills, which means knowing how to talk things out, listen, share how you feel, and fix problems in a healthy way. When we build good relationship skills, we make stronger friendships and we feel better about ourselves too. So let's talk about why conflict happens. Conflict is totally normal and it can happen for a lot of different reasons. Maybe somebody takes something without asking you first, or maybe you feel left out of a game or a group of friends, or maybe a friend says something unkind and it hurts your feelings. When these things happen, it can make us feel all kinds of ways, like angry, sad, frustrated, or even confused. All those feelings are okay, and everyone has them sometimes. But what matters most is what we do next. We're learning how to fix problems in a way that's kind, respectful, and helps us grow better relationships even when things go wrong. So now let's talk about something super important, which are relationship skills. These are the tools we use to be a great friend, caring sibling, a helpful classmate, or a kind teammate. Relationship skills help us solve problems with others in a calm and kind way instead of yelling, blaming, or walking away. They also help us share how we feel, like saying, "That really hurt my feelings," or "I felt left out of that game," all in a respectful, kind way. And just as important, relationship skills help us listen to others and try to understand how they feel. Even when we don't agree, we can still show respect and kindness. When we practice these skills, we build stronger, happier, and healthier relationships at home, school, and everywhere we go. So let's talk about how we can handle conflict kindly, because we all know that conflict happens to everyone and it is totally okay. It's all about how we solve the problem in a kind and respectful way. When we get upset, it's easy to want to shout, yell, blame, or even walk away. But we're learning a better way to do that. One that helps us keep our friendships strong and shows others that we do care about them. So here are some steps you can try the next time a conflict happens. First, stay calm, take a deep breath, count to 5, or even step away for a moment if you need to. Being calm helps your brain think more clearly. Second, use kind words. Even when you're mad, yelling or name calling only makes things worse. You can say what's wrong, just say it with kindness. Third, say how you feel. Try using I statements like, "I felt left out when you didn't include me in the tag game." That helps the person understand your feelings. 4, listen to the other person. Let them share their side of the story too. Sometimes we find it was all just a misunderstanding. And finally, work together to fix the problem. Solving problems together helps friendships grow stronger, And we can ask, what can we do to make this better? Or can we try this again? And remember, you don't have to agree on everything. You just have to treat each other with kindness and respect. We've talked a lot about handling conflict kindly and respectfully. So let's check out what we're actually going to make today. Sorry, everyone, I thought I was going to sneeze. This is our project for today. You're going to create your very own cool down kit that you can use and have with you on the go wherever you go. So let's review mine together before you get started. As you can see on the screen, I decorated an envelope and made it very, very specific to me. I love rainbows and bright colors, so this was perfect for me. Although if you don't have an envelope at home, you can still do today's project, I promise. You can use a plastic sandwich or snack bag, maybe a mason jar, or even a plastic container from your kitchen. Whatever you find at home and that is available to you and that is okay with your parent or guardian to use, feel free to use it. Pretty much, we just want to find something that we can put our construction paper pieces into. So before we get into the directions, I just want to share what I wrote for my cool down tools that I can use to help me feel calm and read centered again before I address a conflict with a family member, a friend, a colleague, whoever it might be. So let's review them together. I put down, I can take 5 deep breaths. I can count to 10. Think of 3 things that I'm grateful for. I can take a sip of water. I can think of my happy place. I can draw or doodle for 5 minutes in my journal. And finally, I can just give myself a big hug. So these are all the different tools that I personally have already used and find that I use a lot when I'm in any type of stressful moment or space. So start to think about what you want to use for your cool down kit. And before we get started, there are some materials that we will need for this project. So you'll need some construction paper, a pencil or a pen, a pair of scissors, coloring materials like colored pencils, crayons, markers, whatever you have at home and whatever you like to use best. And lastly, you'll need that paper envelope. But remember, you can use something else if you don't have one at home. And feel free to pause the video right now to get the supplies you need before we get started. All right, well, if you have all your stuff ready, we can get started. So here we go. Step 1, grab your construction paper and scissors. I want you to cut long strips. Think about like a skinny hot dog. If you need help cutting your strips of construction paper, you can ask someone at home to help you out if you need to. You're going to need about 5 to 10 strips to start. These strips will be where you write your cool down tools, which are the strategies you can use anytime you feel upset, angry, or frustrated. So feel free to pause the video if you need to work on this step. All right, on to step 2. On each strip of construction paper, I want you to write one cool down tool that helps you calm down. These are like little reminders you can pick from when you're feeling upset. So here are some calm tools that you can try. Taking 5 deep breaths, counting to 10 slowly, drawing or doodling for 2 minutes, thinking of a happy memory or a happy place, and giving yourself a big hug. You can also write things you already do that help you feel calm. Maybe it's writing in a journal or reading a book or riding your bike. Think about the things you already do for yourself that help you feel calm. Remember, the whole point of this project is to find different tools that work for you to use when you're experiencing a big feeling, especially when a conflict occurs, because we don't want to say or do something we'll regret later. Now we're on to step 3. It's time to decorate your envelope using those colored pencils, markers, or crayons. On the front of the envelope, make sure you write my cool down kit. You can add special designs, colors, or doodles that make it feel like it's just made for you. After decorating your envelope, you can place your strips of construction paper right inside. Now you have a pocket full of calming strategies ready to go whenever you need them. Step 4. Let's talk about how you can use your kit, which is really, really, really important. When a conflict happens and you feel yourself getting upset or angry or frustrated, you can pause before reacting. You can open up your cool down kit, choose a strip, and try it out. Once you're calm, you'll be ready to solve the problem in a kind and respectful way. This is the most important step of our whole project. Next time you're faced with a conflict, maybe it's with a friend or a teammate, instead of yelling, screaming, or fighting, you can pause, open up your cool down kit, and find something for yourself to do in that moment that's going to help you feel calm and ready to have that conversation with that person you might be in conflict with. And like I said, once you feel calm, you can begin to solve the problem together. Step 5. Congratulations, you've just completed today's project. I hope you feel proud of yourself for the hard work you did today. We talked about a super important topic, and I hope you feel more confident about handling conflict. Conflicts are normal, and I know I said that a lot today, but I promise they are normal. We all go through them sometimes. And remember, you can always use your cool down kit whenever you need it. And maybe you'll know exactly what's in your cool down kit, that if you're in a conflict and you don't have it with you, it's all up here and you know what tools to use right away. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you had fun with me and learned something new. And as always, stay tuned for more at-home SEL activities. Thanks again. Bye.